Hey guys, Chris. So I just wanted to do a short video with the MR1. I know this is advertised a lot on YouTube, and I saw it advertised on YouTube, and I ended up buying one. If you guys are seeing it on advertised on YouTube, the last video I did about it, someone had asked how was the after sale support. So I just wanted to make this because I had another interaction with them, which it was all positive from the start, and I replied that to the person who asked. But I wanted to follow that up because I had a problem recently where the machine wouldn't home, and when you first open the software, it asks you to home the machine if you want to proceed without homing or if you want to home the machine. So I would go to hit home machine, and it would start the coolant, and that was it. It would freeze. And this is the same computer I've been using it on. Well, one of the two computers I've used it on, but it worked. This is the initial computer I set it up with, and it worked on it before anything else. So I didn't know what was going on. I contacted the after sales. I contacted the support, and I emailed with them. I called, and then I got a response, and I sent him a video what was going on, and it was strange, but he knew exactly what it was. It was this board. This is the control board where the USB plugs in, and they sent me a board, the same week. I think I got it the end of that week that I called. And it was easy to swap out. I mean, there's like six cables on it. These weren't all full. There's two here, three here, and then the USB goes in the front. So I think there was one plug empty. These three were full. One had both, and then one had one plug. So I mean, I just swapped it out, and I immediately homed the machine, and here it is, all at zeros, and it's homing perfectly. So for anybody that's thinking about getting into the CNC and is looking at the Langmuir MR1, the after sales support has been fantastic, and I just wanted to, I mean, it's a big purchase, so you guys, I mean, for what it is, it's actually a really good price. It's close. I paid about $8,500, I want to say, and I got a full set of collets. I got a full set of bits. I got a full set of thread bits. I got two vices for inside. I'll show you real quick in case you guys didn't see the other video. I got these two vices, and the enclosure, obviously, and the tool setter, the touch probe. I mean, I got a lot. I mean, for the money, you can't really find another CNC machine with a touch probe tool setter. I mean, it's no auto tool change, but I mean, for that, you're going to spend $50,000 to $100,000 for a machine like that. I mean, if you want to get into a CNC machine that's capable of cutting real metal, I mean, it's a 3.6 horsepower motor. It's a pretty beefy machine, and this is poured cement. So you have to pour the cement in the bottom. If you guys haven't looked into it at all, this whole tabletop where this is mounted, this aluminum here, these two blocks that the vices are mounted to, those are sunken into cement. It's 6 pound, I'm sorry, I wanted to say maybe it was 580-pound bags or 660-pound. I'm not sure exactly how much. It was roughly around there, and those have 50-something screws bolts that go through and have a double-sided nut that has another bolt that goes into the other side, and then you put all those together and they thread through, and those are what anchors it into the cement. So that thing is really solid. I mean, I've put a lot of stuff in there and machined it, and it's not hesitating. I mean, you can't bite off more than you can with any other machine if you guys have ever used these before. But it does what they say it does. I mean, it really throws some metal. It really cuts through some metal really easily, and it impressed me, and that's why I'm taking the time to do the video, because the last one I did, I had some questions, and I wanted to address that one because I just had this experience with them again, and this is, I want to say it's close to 6 months since I got it, something like that, and you know, one email, and I called and I didn't get through to anybody, so I emailed and I got a response the same day, either the same day or the following day. I don't recall exactly, but it was quick. I mean, it was really quick. I recently got a couple 3D printers, and the companies are out of the country, and you don't hear back from them for almost a week. I mean, this company, you hear back from them like the same day, the next day, and they have an actual solution. You know, this was a very good experience. I was very pleased, and I think you guys will be too. So if you're considering it, stop considering it. I mean, if you can afford to do it, and you're interested in doing it, and you have a reason to do it, go for it, dude. Because this is a solid machine with solid tech support and solid company behind it. That's my opinion. So I love the machine. I think that it's well made. I mean, doing the installation is kind of a project. So if you're not ready to do it, then you probably should let someone else do it. I've heard someone say, I didn't even know that they had a service that they had to have somebody assemble it. I don't really know what they do, if they send it assembled, or I'm assuming somebody's probably got to come to wherever you're setting it up to pour the cement and everything. I don't imagine that they would send it that way, because it's going to be a seriously heavy package. It would be a freight item. But I'll show you that it's gonna home. I mean, I haven't done anything with it since I homed it, so it's already at home. The remote takes a few clicks before it starts working. Oh, is that what it is? Hold on. All right, home machine. So see, the first time I went to home it actually worked, and before the computer would just freeze and it would be stuck there. So now it actually, I mean, it wouldn't even do this before. It wouldn't home, and if it doesn't home, you can't do anything except for manual cutting, like, you know, controlling it with the remote, if you got one, or the keyboard or whatever. You can control it by the keyboard too, but that's all you could do. You can't actually put a design in here and machine it. You can't manufacture anything that's got G-code, because it wasn't homed, so it doesn't know where it is. So you can't do anything like that without homing the machine. You have to set up the soft limits and the hard limits, and so it knows where it is. But anyways, the problem was solved immediately. I mean, it's already, and then I'll home it again, and just hit the home button right here, home machine. There we go. It's going to its Z limit, and then it's going to its X and Y limits. And there we go. See, it's touching off on the limit switch, and I do have soft limits set up. I didn't actually even check if they were still saved in here. Limit switches or soft limits are disabled. I disabled them previously when I was having that problem. So let me actually move it again now that I re-enabled them, and see if it stops in the same place. Okay, home. Okay, so it's zeroed. I'm honestly, I had it set up right about where it is. I don't see any visual difference. I had it set just barely, so when it touches the limit switch, there's a little clip that it hits. Here, I'll show you. If you can see right here, I'm gonna put you so you can see. Sorry about the reflection, I can't really help that, but right on you see the little bolt coming out of the side right there? That hits a little clip, and there's actually another one right there in the back. There's another small round, it's not even that small, it's on a nut, I mean on a bolt. It's like a large nut, and you thread that backward and forward and put the lock nut in place to keep it there. And it's just when it starts touching that metal, you know, it's a limit switch, like a pedal. So when it starts to touch that pedal, it's depressing the button a little bit, but it's not quite clicking. So that's where I set the soft limits, just as it's hitting that, as it's starting to depress the button, not when it actually hits it. So that the hard limit would be when it actually hits it. So those are good to have set up, because you don't want to hit it too hard and then get anything off center. Once you get this thing installed and get everything leveled and get everything zeroed properly, you don't want to screw it up. So you're better off just making the soft limits and saving yourself a lot of time later on from having to redo anything. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. The topic was that the point is that their after sales support is awesome, and I think that they're an awesome company, and they're up and coming in you know, the do-it-yourself CNC machining, because people are spending, you know, a couple $1,000s on like a small table CNC, or several thousand, 3,000-4,000, and for $8,000 you can actually machine parts for, you know, like car parts. You can actually machine real parts. I mean, this is 4 foot by 4 foot, and you have I think it's like 36, maybe 3 feet by a little less. It might be 30 by 30, it's somewhere in that range, 30 to 36, and 6 or 7 inches high. So, you know, you can make heads for your car. You can make a lot of stuff. It's really whatever you can create in that amount of space, but it's a good amount of stuff. I didn't have a need for anything bigger personally. This is not what I do for a living. This is what I do for a hobby. But I enjoy it, and it's something that I'm passionate about. And obviously, I made the investment in this, but hopefully you guys will too, if you're thinking about it and it's something that you enjoy, or you do it for a living. I mean, this is something you could design, whatever it is that your creative juices get flowing and come up with, or whatever you're into that you make, and you could design it, and it could take off, and you could mass produce it with, you know, a few of these. I mean, they're really good machines, and with support that's actually going to have your back when something goes wrong, it's a big relief not to have to worry about that, or worry about getting in touch with someone ever, or, you know, any of that kind of stuff. So anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know. So anybody who was asking about the after sales support, now you know. They're very thorough, and they're on top of stuff, and they're gonna have your back. All right. So anyways, obviously, you know, I don't have anything but good things to say about the machine and about the company, so that about wraps it up. If anybody has any questions, feel free to leave something in the comments. I'm happy to get back to you. And I usually reply to every single comment. So anybody has anything to say or ask, please feel free. Thanks. Have a good one.